Hi guys, so happy to see you. I actually wanted to do this update on when did I go for my initial test. Wednesday. I actually wanted to do this Wednesday, but Wednesday was such a long day. I was in Durham probably for 6 hours, and I didn't even get to finish all of my lab work and stuff. I just didn't have it in me. I got there an hour early because the weather was bad and I wanted to make sure I got there. But I went through all the seminar, met my surgeon, who is totally awesome. I love him. He has the best bedside manner. He answered any questions. He offered me even telephone appointments, if I had any questions about anything at any time, which was amazing. I really did not expect that. Plus, I can message him through the app. So, I learned a lot at the seminar, but almost everything that I learned, I kind of did my own research and knew about it anyways. But they give us a big blue packet. Yeah. So, inside this packet is a bunch of paperwork. So let me go through it instead of just holding up a paperwork. So the dietitian wanted everybody in the group to start our 1 week diet, or they all gave us different calorie recommendations based on, I don't know what, based on maybe your weight or how much weight you had to lose, or I don't know how they come up with that. But anyways, my calories, I was expecting 1,200 because I'm 5'1", 260 pounds, and they gave me an 800 calorie plan. So let me go over some of the few things that they gave us. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is my sample plan. I don't know how well everybody could see this. There's no link to it where I could put it online, I don't think. But she gave this as a guideline. But you know what? I looked at the menu. I don't eat pork. It's just a preference I have. So there was a couple of recipes that called for pork tenderloin. I just substituted those out for another protein. And then they give you, these sheets that tell you, like, if you don't like something, you could substitute for something else, and it goes through, non-dairy fruits, vegetables, whatnot. So one of the requirements was to keep a 7-day food journal. Everybody has to do it as for insurance, or the minimum compliance, I guess. Some insurance companies require you to keep longer journals. Mine has no dieting precautions. My only requirement is that every month up until the date of surgery, I have to have nutritional counseling. So I already went ahead and scheduled all those appointments. And they have the coolest scale. I wish I could find it to do at home. It prints out a little paper that gives you more detail than any scale I've ever seen ever. It's like a big piece of paper with all these little stats on it, like how much fluid you're retaining, even tells you how much protein. I don't even know how a scale can do that. But anyways, it's really cool. I didn't get to look at my receipt. I didn't know about the receipt until after I was in class, after they had weighed me. I didn't even want to see the number on the scale. But it came in my chart, which is what Duke uses. Yeah. So I made out a grocery list of all the foods that I have to buy for going forward. And I might tweak it a little bit. But honestly, there's such a diverse, something that I've never had risotto before, believe it or not. But it's actually on the plan. But they're smaller servings. So I have to measure and weigh everything. And my goal is to get rid of all my fast food cravings and get it out of my system this weekend. I know I made myself sick yesterday. I ate so much. Good thing didn't gain any weight. It didn't lose anything either. So maybe tomorrow I'll hit the scale. But I'm trying to get over that so that if I look at McDonald's or something, it won't faze me because I'll be like so sick of it. I'm hoping. My hardest thing is I go to Starbucks every single day for a cappuccino and I can't have it after Sunday. So sad. I can have coffee as long as it's black with no sugar, or you can use a sugar substitute. I'm trying to like stevia or monk fruit. I'm not one that puts a lot of sugar in my coffee. I started drinking my Starbucks Venti cappuccino with almond milk and just 1 pump of sugar-free vanilla, and that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. So whatever is in the sugar-free vanilla, because I don't like every sugar-free syrup that Starbucks has, but the sugar-free vanilla is actually very good for me. Now, if you put a lot of it in it, I won't like it at all. So another eye opener is, I guess I kind of knew it, but I just didn't want to do the numbers. I knew I had 100 pounds to lose at least. So my number is 130 pounds to use. So I talked to my doctor about doing the DS is what I call it. It's more like a gastric sleeve plus something else. Like the duodenum is like there's 2 attachments. Look it up. I'm not a medical doctor, but it's a more aggressive surgery, and I have arthritis. I don't take anything for it. I have been popping some Advil for my back. So the surgeon told me that if you rely on NSAIDs like aspirin, albuterol, oh my gosh, I'm asthmatic too. If you rely on like Advil or Aleve and all those things to relieve pain, you can't have it ever again on any kind of bariatric surgery. So I decided, I'm not a big heavy user, NSAID user anyway. I have Advil here. What I'm going to try to do is just use Tylenol and like heat ice. I have a 10 unit for my back, which is wonderful. The Aleve brand of the 10s unit for your back for me has been a game changer. I can do without taking anything, no Tylenol. I can wear it for just a couple of cycles, and then I keep it on my back in case I need it. It has a remote control, has an easy button to reach, if you do suffer from back pain like I do on a daily basis, I would highly suggest investing in Aleve, or it's an Aleve, but it's not no medication. They're like these little gel pads that stick to your back in the device, and it's a 10s unit. Feels like a little massage. It's actually kind of nice. Just if you're new to 10s units, just don't put it up too high the first time. It might feel like little stings. It's hard to explain. All right, so let me go over some other things we got, because you're going to be taking a lot of protein shakes, which I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I have a case and a half here. Yeah, 1 cookies and cream flavor. I really hope I like it. But there's another I put a little star. We got this little handout here. This is called Fairlife Core Power Elite Ready to Drink. I think if I remember right, yes, it's lactose free. So if you're like me and you're lactose intolerant and you have to drink a protein powder or protein drink, which you will, you have to drink them, at least in the beginning. I would try the Fairlife. They also make a milk that they recommended if you use the powder version of it. My son works at a convenience store. He says he's seen them. I was told to get the one with the 42. They got different, the vanilla is only 42 I saw. It has all of the, like the protein, the guidelines for the ready to drink protein, which has to have at least 20 to 30 grams of protein, less than 10 grams of sugar, less than 5 grams of fat. So that's what you need for, and then they put like where to find them. For me, I said Harris Teeter, Super Target, Amazon. Harris Teeter and Super Target did not have them in my location. I don't know if it's because of this whole corona crap going on. Amazon had them, but you had to buy a case, and they were like $45 a case. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. So I took this little sheet here. I haven't done them all yet. I went and asked the companies that supply these, because we did get some samples at my first meeting. I went through and I wrote, many of these companies on their website have free samples. Some of them you just pay shipping. Some for 20 bucks they'll send you a whole boat full. I heard stories where people used their vitamins. They had enough of the vitamins for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let me tell you, I have a lot of vitamins and powders and everything because I just want to see what I like and what I don't like. But doing the protein shakes, I do recommend that you get a protein shaker. It's a little shaker bottle that has a little metal ball that kind of mixes everything together. Or if you want to make a little bit more of a mess, which I don't really want to do that, you could put it in a blender and do that too. So we got this, okay? And I told you about the meal plan. This one is just the same thing, except for not ready to drink. It's all the powders. These are examples of meal replacement drinks. I put a note here. The Fairlife Milk Skim, which has the light blue label, is lactose free, fat free, and you can mix it with the different powders that they recommend that meet the quality. Now, if you are going to do any kind of bariatric surgery, especially the DS, the duodenal switch, you have to be extremely compliant. My surgeon said if you can't be compliant on your own medication your doctors give you or follow instructions that your physician gives you on an everyday basis, then the DS is not for you. He also told me if I can't give up the Advil, which to me, I can tell you right now, I have no problem giving that up, then gastric bypass as a whole is not right for you. It will cause ulcers in your stomach, from what I understand. And they can be extremely painful. So, and the ulcer is not just like a typical ulcer that we get. It's an ulcer where the ends connect in the surgery. That's all I'm gonna go. It's like, I think at a connection point in the surgery, I'm not 100% sure. But I do read a lot. They give us a Facebook group, and there's a lot of people in there who have ulcers who are crying in pain. So there's this really cool booklet. It's called Preparing for Your Bariatric Surgery. You know, it just gives the contact info in direct way. And, you know, I'm sure, you know, you all probably know a little bit about what to do. And maybe I'll do a video just with the preparing part, because there's another newbies class I got to take online today. Maybe I can get some more information and just do a video for that. But if you're considering gastric bypass, I would suggest doing your own research just so you kind of understand. We also got this sheet here. It is a checklist of everything that we need to do. So since I have asthma and sleep apnea, I have to get a pulmonary clearance. I also had to do an EKG. Had a million of those in my life. The EKG, the chest x-ray, I've done that. Your pre-op labs, which is a whole bunch of vitamins just to see where you stand right now, especially with your vitamin D. I am going to start taking the bariatric vitamins starting now, the ones with minerals. Apparently the over-the-counter ones aren't enough. So I just want to make sure that I'm compliant and that I'm able to do that. And they should be chewable or liquid. Yeah, the food journals, you have to journal everything. There's an app called Baritastic that you could email your nutritionist your meal logs, because you will need that for surgery. And what else? Yeah, that's all the requirement. I have to have an endoscopy, which they will do closer to your surgery date, from what I understand. Now, I heard two different versions. The version I believe more is from my actual surgeon, not the dietitians, not anybody else. So I was thinking, because they have a backlog of surgeries because of COVID, that I may not be having my surgery until the end of summer. And that's what they told me to maybe expect. But the surgeon said I could probably have my endoscopy in a month and a half. I'm good with that because the sooner I can get this done, the better. Okay, so guys, when you do this, if you do this, the binder that they give you, keep it, hold on to it. Any test results, like if you don't have an app that your medical team for your weight loss surgery can see, make sure you save everything. Because I had completed part of my paperwork that was supposed to be due before the surgery. Before the first meeting, they didn't have it. I don't know what happened to it. I know I completed it. It took me forever and a day. They gave me a paper version, thank God, that I was able to do there. But it just takes one thing that's missing, and somebody else can jump ahead of you in your surgery. So you definitely want to get all your ducks in a row. Now is not the time to skimp on anything. And let me tell you, all of these appointments, the research that you want to do, because this is a big surgery, a big life-changing event. You want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. You are going to spend hours and hours at appointments and meetings and seminars and groups and support groups and psychiatric evaluations. That's another thing I got coming up. You are going to be, it's almost like a full-time job or a second job, really, seriously. But if you need to be super, super diligent on everything, especially when they tell you to start your diet with the meal plans. I have an app for a grocery list. I went through the whole meal plan. I was like, great, I like everything on the list. Except for, like I said, pork. Don't eat pork. A very detailed grocery list with exactly how much I want and how many containers of sugar-free, fat-free yogurt I need for the week. Very detailed. Took me over an hour to do it. Next, I need to put it in the app, which hopefully I could just scan all that stuff. But now you have to cook some meals. So if you're not used to cooking, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they really don't, my team anyway doesn't want you using as much as like the prepackaged foods as possible. But the risotto, I bought that pre-made. I forgot who made it. I've never had risotto, but it looks good on the thing. You're also going to get a list of support groups that you have to attend a support group. At least I think it's once a month, or I forget how often. But you have to, some of these are like outside. First of all, I can't run because of my back. Some of these are outside. The one in Durham was outside. They have like interval cross training. I don't know. In North Carolina, in the summer right now, it's humid and hot. So I will pass out. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing the surgery. I hear everybody who used to be hot before they had gastric bypass, who are now freezing. I guess all this fat is like wearing a winter coat and stuff, and that's why you're heat intolerant. So that's why I'm doing it. So, and the rest of it is just my insurance breakdown. Save your insurance breakdown of what it costs. They will give you a printout, guaranteed. So anyways, I got all this this paperwork. I know this video is running long and I got a meeting to get to in a minute, but I do want to show you one other thing. And I'm gonna subscribe to this channel because I am going to make a list of every place that offers freebies. We did get some freebies in the meeting. We got this unjury. On my camera it looks backwards. I'm hoping it's not the same that you guys see. But this is a recommended at America's top rated hospitals. It is a Santa Fe chili flavored soup. Now you have to get 64 ounces of fluids. You have to. You are sipping every 15 minutes after weight loss surgery. So if you're not drinking 64 ounces of fluid, and it could include things like soup and broth. So it doesn't have to be water. And I believe your protein shakes might count toward the fluids, but I'm not. Don't hold me to it. I'm not sure. So we got a sample of this. On the Unjury, sorry. On the Unjury website, there are a sample pack. I did order it. So I got a bunch of stuff coming from them. All right. Then we got this Bariatric Advantage high protein meal replacement banana. It's a powder. You mix it with milk or water. In the back it tells you like all the stuff. So these things, you want to try as many as you can without buying a big expensive bottle. That's why go on these sites, Google bariatric shakes. So, you know, food, whatever, you need these. You want to make sure that although your taste buds may change after surgery, you want to just try and see what works for you right now. And yeah, a bunch of coupons for different things. And they gave us one Premier Protein shake. It's one of the lesser quality shakes, I guess, for bariatric patients. But this is the one that I got. Strawberries and cream and cookies and cream. Haven't tried it yet though. I might try it today or tomorrow just to see if I like it. But we got this too. That was it. So I think that's a wrap for now. I just wanted to let you know about my first appointment and how that went and everything that it requires from you. Yeah, so if you have any questions about my first visit, or anything that I can answer in general, go ahead and post it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all soon. I plan on doing at least 3 of these a week, probably more. So yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Thank you. Bye.